Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Have you ever wondered what games you should sell or you should use? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Find out on our top 10 list what games you cannot miss. Don't forget to subscribe to Purge Reviews.
Kodama is a little game that I saw at Dice Tower Convention. They had it set up, and I played it, and absolutely just fell in love with it and bought myself a copy of it. Kodama is a great little card game, and it's so unique how you take these cards that are laid out and you place them on your tree. It's very, very simple, and you're just counting up the points that kind of correlate contiguously in a row, and you score points for that. And you also have cards that score points in different ways. It's just a beautiful looking game. It's simple to teach, simple to play, but gives you interesting decisions. One of the best little fillers or light games that I've ever played in my life. I absolutely, highly, highly recommend this one. Obviously, I'm going to keep this in my collection. Here's what I like about it. The decisions are laid out in front of you, all right? There is some luck in how the cards are distributed, right? If something comes out you can't absolutely use, you take something that kind of screws you over, and then the card you want comes up. Okay, that's going to happen sometimes. That's just the style of game. I like that there's 3 seasons to the game. I like that, so that kind of mitigates some of the luck, right? And I like that the scoring cards that come out, you use them and they can score again. So if you're kind of building something up in the first round, that same scoring card your card will score in the second and the third. But then the second and third, you'll be adding even more scoring to the game. The game is pretty good. I don't like the scoring track, how you have a tens marker and a 1 marker. I think it gets all confusing sometimes. Otherwise, its simplicity is what makes this game beautiful. Also the artwork, of course. And I think that a lot of people, once they play this game or even take a look at it, it's going to be really, really into it. The last thing I want to say is just how unique it is that when you play the cards down, this tree starts kind of growing out from outside of it. And it's really neat how those cards just kind of fit together. There's a little bit of a puzzle that you're putting together because each card can only touch one other card. So you can't just like have it slapped on there to maximize your points all the time. You need to like just turn it just a bit. Oh no, it doesn't reach that way. That kind of thing is going on. So absolute keeper. Check this one out. Do not let this one go past you. Do what you got to do to get a copy of Kodama. Here are the components for Kodama, the Tree Spirits. And you can see what you're going to get here is this really unique artwork that's very, very beautiful. And this is throughout the game. And this is a very small boxed game. It fits exactly what it needs to fit. The rules are very short and very concise and very easy to play. Now you're going to get some of these small components. Now these are really tiny things that you're going to have in here. Let's take a look at what you get. These guys serve absolutely no purpose whatsoever in the game. These are going to be your score trackers. If you can see these little tiny things, and you're going to have a first player marker. So let's put those down. Now, the main component in this game is going to be the cards. The cards are very beautiful. I really like this artwork quite a bit. They're very well made. You can see that it's just trees with lightning bugs and mushrooms growing out, and you get a ton of cards in this game. In addition, you're going to get some of these event cards that will come with the game, and there's quite a few events that you can have for spring and for fall. Everybody will start with a different branch of a tree. There's quite a few to choose from that kind of start out a little bit different. Those are nice for scoring purposes. You're going to have a congratulations card, which is useless. And then you'll have these little event cards that are going to happen. The other ones I showed you were for the expansion that comes with it. And these will do little things that be for just the round. Pick a card in your tree, score 4 for each card. The caterpillar that touches the selected card. And this is mainly how you will score the game, or at least each round you'll get one of these to score. Those are the components. I mean, it's a very tight box in here. I mean, it fits fine. No complaints about what's in here. And as you can see, sometimes it's hard to get this little board out that you're going to get with it. And this is going to be the scoring track, as you can tell. So it's one of those where you have like a 10 and this will be 16. So it can be a little confusing when you're scoring that. But those are the components, very nicely done. Love the artwork in this game. Fantastic. The rules for Kodama are pretty straightforward. You can literally be taught this game in a minute or two. It might take you 5 minutes to get through the rule book. The scoring in the game, for all intents and purposes, the massive scoring in the game is done through the scoring cards. You just kind of read them, and it should make sense of how you score. It's very easy to score. If you have 4 butterflies in a row, when you on the card that you're playing adds to the butterflies, and you score those points. If the card has a mushroom on it, you don't have any other mushrooms, and you don't score mushrooms. Very easy to understand. The rules are very clear. Great job with this one. As you can see here on the scoring track, you're going to have 3 kind of rounds, a spring, a summer, and fall. And those are going to correlate to these cards that you're going to have. Summer, fall, and spring. So what you can do is just shuffle these up. So let's say it's spring, and if it was summer or fall, you would use those. And you just flip it over, and it kind of tells you what's going to happen. Take root. After placing a card that touches your trump card, gain 3 victory points. So you know that decree is going to happen for this round. Anytime something hits your trunk, you're going to score 3 victory points. Let me give you an example of one that might happen in the fall. Score 1 victory point when placing a branch card without a mushroom or star. Score 1 when placing a branch and without a caterpillar or flower on it. And here are some summer ones. When you score fewer than 5, score 3 bonus. At the end of the season, choose an end branch on your tree and score it again. So these will just kind of direct you on where you're going to go. And each season, you will have a different one. Also, at the beginning of the game, everybody's going to start with 4 of these scoring cards. And you're going to play one each round. So pick a card from your tree, score 4 points for each card with a firefly that touches the selected card. Pick a card in your tree, score 4 for each card with a star that touches the selected card. Choose a feature, score 2 points for each time that feature appears on an end card on your tree. And score 5 for each card with your trunk's feature that touches your trunk card. Remember, you're only going to score 3 of these, 1 at each round, and you know, they may score you different points based on when they're scored. So the game is really easy to play. You're going to have 4 face-up cards, and you will just choose one and add it to your tree. Okay? In this case, if I added it like this, I would immediately score. See if you can see that. I would immediately score 1, 2, 3 because this has flowers on it, and it's also on here. I don't have any mushrooms over here, so I wouldn't score any points for that. So for every instance that you have on the new branch that you're putting on, you will score each one going back, and then you would refresh this, and the next player would go. Now you're going to do this. You're going to add 4 branches to your tree each round and then score. At the end, you will add 12 total. So let's say I went ahead and I added this. So then I would get 1, 2, 3, 4 for the flowers, and 1, 2 for the mushroom. None for the cloud because it doesn't match any other one. And then, just to illustrate it one more time, if I put that out there, I would score 1, 2 for the clouds, 0 for the worms because it doesn't match anything else, and I've stopped the mushroom and the flower progression. Now I just as easily could have done this, and I would score, let's say I did this, and I would score 1, 2, 3 for the flowers. I would not have scored this again because it doesn't touch that branch. Now, a few things to worry about is you can't have 2 cards intersect. So I can't touch this card and that card. You can only ever touch 1 card. So I could have done that, 1, 2, but it wouldn't have scored me any points because there's no flowers here. It doesn't ever skip cards. And that's pretty much all you're doing. Now, you have a bunch of these kind of what they call Kodama cards, these scoring cards in here. So your tree will be dictated only not by the contingency of it, no scoring points. You will also be looking at the decree and these scoring cards and trying to maximize your points. It's really that easy. There isn't a whole lot of screw you cards. It's more about scoring on other people. Very fun game. Very great, and your tree will look different every time you play. Who should buy this game? I think this game should be in nearly everybody's collection. I love and adore this game. When you put it out, people just think it's beautiful. Now, you can play this game with your grandmother or your gaming buddy. It doesn't matter. This one goes the whole gambit. This is a great game to play with your spouse. It plays well, 2 players, as well as it does 4 players. I don't feel like the amount of players affects this game whatsoever. This is one of those few games that I tell you that if you're looking for a filler, this is it. Grab it. Don't wait. Don't wait for this one to go out of print. Pick up Kodama before it's gone, because once you play it, if you didn't get it, I feel like this is one that you're going to regret. This is an absolute keeper for me, and I hope you enjoy it.